Good morning. How are you? Hope you all are fit and fine. Now, in previous video, we have discussed what is the circular motion and how the circular motion is classified. What is the accelerated circular motion, uniform accelerated circular motion, and now how the position of the object which executes the circular motion determined. So let us see the diagram. This one is the circular path on which object moves, on which the object is moving. So this is the center represented by O, and here this is the circular path, and these are the different positions of the object. These are the different positions of the object. If this is the different position of the object, so in that case, in what way we have to specify how the position is going to be changed. So here, as the position, now let us, this is the first position of the object is represented by A. From here the object start. This is the second position B, and after the time the object reach to the position C. So here, as the object starts from A, so when the object reaches to the B from A, in that situation what is going to be changed? This angle is going to be changed. When the object reaches to the point C, then what is going to be changed with respect to the time? This angle is going to be changed. So when the object is at point B, the angle is theta, and when the object is at point C, the angle subtended, that is theta plus delta theta. So what is the change in the angle from B to C? That is called angular displacement. Angular displacement. That is called angular displacement. And how this is represented? This is represented by delta theta. What is the meaning of delta theta? Change in angle. Change in angle. So here, what is the dimension of the angular displacement? There is no dimension. Why it is no dimension? Because angle is equals to arc upon radius. Arc can be measured in centimeter or meter. Radius also can be measured in the same unit. So the dimension means L by L, so it has no dimension. Now, and what is the unit of the angle? So unit of the angle, you know very well about the unit. Unit is, angle can be measured in degrees or the radian. So this unit is radian. How this radian can be calculated? So as we know that 360 degree is equals to 2 pi radian. So 1 radian is equals to 360 divided by 2 pi. And what is pi? This pi is equals to either 22 by 7 or 3.14. So with the help of this, we can find the angular displacement. This angular displacement is clear. Now, after that, here, let us discuss about the change in angle with respect to time. So here, this is called angular velocity. angular velocity. In this angular velocity, how can it be defined? Change in angle, rate of change in velocity with respect to the time. So this angular velocity is represented by omega. What is it? This is not W, it is the omega. And this omega is equals to delta theta upon delta t. Inverse change in angle divided by the time, or change in time. Now here, if this interval is very small, so that interval is very small, means this is the time interval. And when that time interval becomes smaller, so it becomes instant. So when this becomes instant, and how this can be write mathematically? We can write in this way: limit delta tends to 0. This delta is going to be 0, but not equal to 0. In that case, this delta theta, limit delta t tends to 0, delta theta by delta t is equal to d theta, differentiation in theta with respect to time. So in that case, it is known as the instantaneous angular velocity. Instantaneous angular velocity. And what is the meaning? D theta by dt. How can it be represented? By the same omega. Now after that, here one thing we know that angle is equals to arc upon radius. Arc upon radius. Angle is equals to arc upon radius. So this delta theta is equals to arc. Now here arc, that is BC upon divided by r, and this BC, this delta theta, can be written as delta S divided by r, and both the equations are divided, both the sides divided by delta theta. So this is delta t into 1 by r. So this is what? Omega. And change in displacement with respect to time, linear velocity divided by r. So here v is equals to omega r. This is the relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. Thank you.